in the water for the save.
They don't know my name. I get through the on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Lemonade, lemonade.
Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Get up for what? Get up for what?
Lemonade, lemonade, lemonade. Put you in the race. Lemonade, lemonade,
What?
lemonade.
Get up for what?
Lemonade, lemonade, lemonade. Put you in the race. Lemonade, lemonade.
What? Get up for what?
Yo, who told us we ain't gonna win, man? Really? He's a bozo. Bozo. Really? Yeah, we did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Yeah, hey. Now we on top, got a spot. I was top, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with it, so what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah, hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And a Falcon first down.
Gurley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish a ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stalker. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards.
They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
The tackle.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
4 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. A very quick pass to Ridley. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. After him, and they get there for the sack. DeForest Buckner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down. Here's Ryan. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Taken down right at the line.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Haskins. He takes a shot on the release. says this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wondered what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to him.
The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it'll bring up third down.
Well,
Play action. It's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. The guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. That's Robert Foster complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now it's Haskins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Got it open man, it's Foster. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The 15-yard line.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 6. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This pass caught at the 4. And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
It's the score, Vikings 7, Falcons 0. Dan Bailey to kick off 4 minutes.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Again, he targets Ridley. This time it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Falcon first down.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the end. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And it's 3rd down.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Rolling to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points.
Got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. When the Falcons defense stands tall, they'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Play action. Ryan looking deep for Julio. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Haskins will throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Copeland. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. They're going option play. Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
An
important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays. Just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you've got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 17, Haskins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Here's Haskins.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, Cook. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Haskins. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Falcons nothing. Dan
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
To throw is Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he goes out right around the 39. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
A gain of 7. First down, Atlanta.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Third and long. It's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here's a first down throw. It's complete. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Falcons 7. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
36-yard line.
They go play action with Haskins. Campbell making the catch. He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Paris Campbell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Falcons 7. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Play action. It's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They go play action with Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Falcon 1st down.
They go play action now. Ryan. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. Got it. Yep, Atlanta football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
Falcons 13.
But Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end, we win. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming to Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Vikings, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.